His Majesty the King has been pleased to include the name of Mr. Alfred Brumwell Thomas of London amongst other recipients of the birthday honours, a knighthood being conferred upon Mr. Thomas. Irish architects will unite in rejoicing at the honour which King Edward has conferred upon Mr. Thomas because he has well earned it by his masterly design for the new City Hall, Belfast. Excellently conceived and well carried out. An exuberant Edwardian wedding cake of a City Hall in Portland stone with fine marble interiors. When it was opened by the Lord Lieutenant, the Earl of Aberdeen, on the 1st of August 1906, the building had cost over £360,000, of which £21,500 had been spent on Italian marbles, £10,000 in carving and sculpture, and £7,000 on plasterwork. It is reported that the scheme for extending hotel facilities in Belfast is about to bear fruit. A central site running from Donegal Square East back to Arthur Street is mentioned in this connection. The building is to consist of 9 stories. It is to contain 300 bedrooms, each with a bathroom attached. It is stated that Sir A. Brumwell Thomas is to be the architect for the new undertaking. An address on the art of architecture was delivered on the 21st of April 1925 before the Belfast Rotary Club by Sir Brumwell Thomas. The first part of Rotary, he said, was for the good of the city, and he would like them to conceive in their imaginations what the heart of their capital city ought to be. There were few people, he went on, with a greater pride in their city than the people of Belfast. It was now a capital city of the empire. One wondered what outward and visible evidence of that fact would be reflected for future generations to see in the architecture of the city. How delightful it would be if they could carry out a plan which is quite feasible of opening squares at the ends of Wellington Place and Chichester Street, so that with Donegal Square they would have a series of 3 great squares in the city joined by imposing streets. So one cannot but hope that the businessmen of Donegal Place will actually meet, as Sir Brumwell suggests, and will positively discuss a scheme for the uniform beautification of that central thoroughfare, and that the triple square plan will be, later if not sooner, carried into effect, so that the central garden square at the City Hall shall be balanced by 2 other squares, one at the east end of Chichester Street, the other at the west end of Wellington Place, each with its gardens and noble edifices. The death has occurred of Sir Brumwell Thomas, Fellow of the RIBA, the distinguished architect who designed the Belfast City Hall. The hall is regarded as his greatest achievement. Sir Brumwell had many friends in Northern Ireland which he visited frequently, the last occasion being in July 1947. One of the views that he pressed unsuccessfully in Lord Craigavon was that the Northern Ireland Parliament buildings should be erected in the markets area of the city instead of at Stormont.